Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to today's recap. So today is Monday, the 30th of March. I apologize if I am a little bit slow. I had a very long day. Before we do get started today as well, everything that you see on this call is for educational and everything that you see on this is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. I do not provide financial advice. Myself or the Blueprint do not provide financial advice. Trading involves a significant amount of risk. If you are looking to invest any capital within the markets, reach out to a financial advisor before doing so. So let's kind of get into it straight away. Coming into the day, I was relatively short. We've had a very large downtrend. You can see breaker structure down, 1 hour and 4 hour shared gap. This is a forward test. I'll go over that just a little bit more. And then I was essentially looking for shorts. I saw that we had Asia highs. I was thinking potentially we could come directly out of this 4 hour gap and see what this has to offer for us. So I can see this was absolutely chops and cheeks. There was nothing clean coming out of this. So I was like, I'm not going to look to take anything out of this. You can see this was where Asia highs was. This is where Asia highs was. Broke above. We swept above, but then it didn't look really clean for us to reverse from. So I was thinking, all right, cool. You can see failed breaks, ends in a wick. Not too great. Break above, ends in a wick, so it's not so great. And now this was our last protected low. And you can see we swept that. So it was a failed break. And then we broke that with good downward momentum pressure. So I was actually technically supposed to be in this trade, but I moved a little bit slow and I didn't happen to get in. I set my theoretical stop loss up here. My entry would have been down here based off this 1 minute gap retest. And you can see this also this order block as well. So this was a theoretical test just because I was a little bit too slow to move into it. And I also wasn't very keen on this overall price action. And I also didn't want to force anything with 15 minutes left into my session because I always jump off around 8:30. So if anything, look, given that this was everything that we had coming in to 8:30, I was happy to not take anything. And the fact that I missed this, I'm not butthurt at all because look at what we got after that. We can't control what we get after we get into a trade, but we can definitely control getting into a trade with this sort of price action. We can see that this isn't great. Even the pre-trade wasn't great. Earlier in the trade wasn't great. Asia session wasn't great either, right? So, and we were breaking up when we were still in a gap. We started to consolidate. Like today is one of those days where you're kind of just thinking, is this something where I really want to put my risk behind, right? Just because the setup is there doesn't mean you should take it, right? Conditions also matter. You're not going to try to hit a personal best in your car when it hasn't been serviced. You haven't changed the tires in 4 months. It needs an oil change and it's raining outside, right? But whereas it's a perfect track day, the sun is out, you just got your tires changed, you just got your car serviced, like that, right? When you've got perfect conditions to take something, you're going to want to take it. Whereas this is your rainy day trying to hit a personal best, and I just don't think it's appropriate to be doing that. So it's all good. We'll come back tomorrow. March really hasn't been the greatest for us. I was hoping we would clear up a lot more. Given that we did break out of this whole consolidation area, I was thinking maybe we can get something nice today. But if we don't get it nice today, it's all good. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll see what tomorrow has to provide for us. And yeah, I'll actually update you guys tomorrow to see if this hits. This is a forward test. I'm not actually in this. This is for also my educational purposes only. So all good. I'll see you guys tomorrow.